For the fucking girls, episode 4. No, sorry, episode 5. With my man Tygon in the building. Hope I put the right number. Here we go. Yeah, welcome back. Greetings and gratitude. It's your boy Henry Lyon. I'm so excited right now because I'm doing this show and I got a guest with me, but it's not just a random guest, not just a distant stranger or someone that I just met recently. This is one of my many brothers from another mother, creative colleague for decades, accomplished, super talented, recording artist from Toronto area, none other than the amazing, the uncompromising, the inspiring Tygon the Lion. Love God. Oh, sorry. Yes. Say what's up to the people.
Tygon, love God in the building. First of all, give thanks for that amazing intro,
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, man, I'm here. 2025 vibes.
Yeah.
In the building, and looking forward to a nice conversation about the finer things in life regarding the ladies. I didn't hear that intro before, that one is new to me.
Yes, that one is new, yeah.
Yeah, even you're controversial, Bridget.
I know. Listen, just for the record, it's not controversy just for the sake of being controversial. All this stuff that we're doing here is with a purpose, and it's authentic. And I welcome, that's why I'm glad that Tygon is on today, because Tygon is a man in terms of, friendship and keeping things real in life. These are the type of friends you need. He's not going to mince words. If there's something he disagrees with, he'll tell me straight. And that's what we need in our lives. We live in a day and era right now, Tygon. I don't know if you're very aware of it, but you're not allowed to offend anybody or say anything that will bother somebody. Like if someone disagrees with you, then they're the devil. Yeah. But I don't believe in that. I believe in people can have differences of opinion and still break bread and still be friends or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's true. I feel like we're living in a world right now where there's more energy being put into you can't offend this and you can't break that, you can't say this, instead of solving why is this person so sensitive to that?
Yes.
Why are we so easily shattered, our worldview shattered? Yeah. Somebody's comment. Why are we so fragile?
Yeah, that's the word, fragile. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm very grateful. Tygon's gonna be here. For those of you who do not know, he's a longtime friend of the show. He's been on the podcast from before we revamped and rebranded. And he's been supporting the whole For Her Entertainment cause from day one. In fact, he is my actual business partner on everything up until now. All the events we did last week and everything. So I'm excited for all of you guys to get to know him on a more deeper level as we talk about some of these subjects. And also on this episode, besides all the thought-provoking, I like to use the word thought-provoking because, people like to say controversy, I'm not really about the spectacle in that way. Like, I'm not a person I just want to instigate good critical thinking and bring that back and let people understand that, you can thought-provoking, just take time and think, and let's just talk, civilized about, debate it out, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, in addition to the thought-provoking stuff, I want to spend the first half of this episode, or at least the first few minutes, talking about the new fundraising campaign. And I didn't realize it until this second that you are the most appropriate guest to have for this subject in this episode, because I'm launching the brand new fundraising campaign is live now, and I want to talk about what we're doing this year in terms of trying to raise funds for the women's shelter here in Toronto. Yep. So we're going to get into all of that first and foremost, but We'll take a break, take a quick ad break, get our thoughts together. You didn't get a chance to look at the list of thought-provoking topics. So
No.
while we take the ad break, I'll give Tygon a chance to look at the list so he can get prepared with his thoughts, which subject he wants to speak on once we're done talking about the fundraising campaign. So get ready for a beautiful ride. Anything you want to say before we take the ad break?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the ride still. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. I'm doing this for the fucking girls, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
man.
All right. So yeah, we'll take the quick break and we'll be back in, 2 shakes of a cat's tail. I heard some kind of saying like that back in the days. Used to say something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. But we'll be back in a sec. In the meantime, peace. All right, so I don't have to play the ad break, but I'm just gonna put it in just for make my editing a lot simpler when things are done. This is it right here. Boom, play it right there, so, and then I don't have to worry about post editing.
Mad, I love that.
All right, just make sure it's good, line up good. Why does it? Perfect. I just wanted to make sure it came in at the right time. That's good. And then we'll get back into it. All right. So we're gonna record from there. All right.
Oh yeah, list of topics.
Yes. I'll put it up while that's playing. Not that we're going right into that first, but just
true.
Just you can start perusing it while. This is not all of them, but this is the ones I had for this guest to pick from, so you can look at that, see if anything resonates with you.
All right.
Does it matter which one I'm on actually? No, does it? When I press record?
No.
Okay. All right.
For the Fucking Girls podcast is brought to you by For Her Entertainment. For Her Entertainment is a female-focused entertainment brand that supports
You need your glasses?
domestic
You can read? You need your glasses or anything?
female sex workers
You can see this? Do you need your glasses?
No, I can't
Okay.
see. I can see good.
to learn more about our mission to raise money for women in local shelters.
Definitely want to talk about that.
Books, cool merch, and so
This is a main subject.
Okay.
I don't have answers, but I have questions
Yeah.
ORHerentertainment.com. And now, back to the show.
Yes, sir. We are back to the show. So, this one is going to be. I want to start off by talking about. First of all, you said you saw a few there that you'd love to.
Yeah. I did, I took a quick browse and I see some very big topics that I care a lot about. So
Okay.
definitely, I'd like to share my perspective. And
Okay.
one of them is huge. It's like the big one.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I have answers, but I have questions as well.
That's what we're here for. We're here to discuss it. That's
Yeah.
what we're here. I want the platform to be a platform for discussion. I definitely don't have answers, all the answers for all this stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Which one is it again?
You're saying how to end the battle of the sexes.
I like that. How to end the battle of the sexes. Keyword end.
Yeah, that's the big one,
Yes. Cool.
to me.
Okay. We'll get into it right after this, but I mean, this is almost part of it. Like, men, not even men. No, I'm not gonna scrap that. Sometimes we try too much. We as men, or I as a man, you as a man, we are trying to do our part to help the opposite sex in a very specific demographic, and that is women who have been in domestic violence situations, who are trying to flee it and find themselves in women's shelters. And last year, if you've been following the brand, if you've been following the podcast, I keep saying that it's For Her Entertainment and For the Fucking Girls is about not only the controversy, but raising funds for women's shelters. And I am very proud to say that we went full steam ahead from day one. Like it was August last year. We did our first unofficial fundraiser. And then October, November, December, 3 months in a row, we did our official fundraisers that we planned in advance and put our heart, soul, money, time, energy, everything into. Tygon came alongside me, and we did a whole series of fundraising events from Halloween for her to holidays for her 1 and 2. And yeah, it was a whirlwind tour. And in a nutshell, we raised funds for the Halton Women's Place in Burlington. But the funds we raised was not even nearly close to the amount of money and time and energy that we spent to try and raise those funds.
Facts.
Tygon can attest.
Yeah, it's facts. This is big facts. But we did our thing.
Yes.
And, it's a beginning step.
Exactly.
So we're not expecting to reap same time when we're planting.
Yes. So, going through that experience, obviously, as human beings, it takes a toll on you physically, emotionally, financially, all that. So we did take a break as to Christmas and the whole hiatus thing. You go back to the last couple episodes. I think the first episode For the Fucking Girls, I talk about that, or the second one. But I'm pleased to say, Tygon, that now the end of May, we are back full force, and I have launched the brand new fundraising campaign for 2025. It is live as we speak. As you are listening to this, you can go online and actually start contributing to our fundraising campaign, our fundraising efforts. I'm trying to pull up right now the fundraising page. What happened now? Oh, there it is. All right, so For the Fucking Girls fundraiser for women's shelters is now live. Our goal right now is the same as it was last year, $5,000. I would love for us to blow that out in the water. But again, learning from the last experience, I'm going to humble myself.
Take it in stride.
Take it in stride. So this is our first step towards getting that goal. We had so many events last year, but we started everything late. So I decided this year I want to start early. This being the end of May, you could basically call it 6 months in the year, because June is going to be 2 days from now or 3 days from now.
Yeah.
So we have basically 6 months to hit the goal this time, instead of three or 4 months we had last year. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, I would like you guys to be aware that we're doing straight fundraising in addition to the events. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if we're going to do the events this year. It's all dependent on how things go from now till September-ish. By September, I want to see how much of an audience we have, how much of a following, how much support we have, and that will kind of determine whether or not we fork out the money to do the events again, right?
As we said,
we're learning from our past, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we don't want to stop that from us raising funds. So we're starting with the online campaign, straight fundraising. If you go to forherentertainment.com, the link is right there to go straight to the fundraising campaign. And this year, thanks to our efforts last year and your efforts specifically, not only are we raising funds for Halton's Women's Place, but when you go to the donation page, you will also see a secondary shelter. And I want Tygon to talk a bit about this. Women's Habitat of Etobicoke, who is in Etobicoke, which is closer to our end of the city in the GTA. And I just want Tygon to give us some insight to like how we got involved with Women's Habitat of Etobicoke.
Well,
since it was his link, it was his.
Yeah, but it's our link still. But yeah, we were on tour, of course, as you said, October, November, December, and then the big show was in December.
Yes.
The first two was in Burlington.
Yes.
So that's kind of in the Halton region, and the Halton, we're raising funds specifically for Halton, but approaching Toronto, where the last event was.
Yes, it was downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the place called?
Yo, the old brain. Why can't I remember the name of that place? Yo, I feel like I want to press pause and just like remember the name. Yeah, Supermarket. That's it. In Kensington Market. Supermarket. Yes, yes, the supermarket.
Yes. So, Women's Habitat of Etobicoke is actually a place where a young lady I know had received some assistance.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, when I was looking around for who we might work with in Toronto area,
Yeah.
I said, you know, let me start with something personal.
Right. There's
people I
some
know
kind of
actually
connection.
helping
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
not
yeah.
just a logo on a website.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
I know somebody who has been helped.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So that led me to contact them, and then I discovered they have such a nice staff, such a caring staff.
Mm-hmm.
The director came out to our event.
Yes, she
made a
did.
speech,
Yep.
powerful speech, and she said some very powerful words to me as well, showing me that she wants to do a workshop for young men.
She told you that?
Yeah.
I didn't get to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, man. And that's something in the future I hope that we can
absolutely
connect with her over.
Yeah.
Because here if you're dealing with young men,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going far into the roots of domestic violence.
Yes, exactly. And prevention. Like
yeah,
you're just
offering band-aids. Like
yes, exactly.
Getting after trouble happens.
After the fact. Yeah.
After everything, yeah.
Yeah.
So I really love that she has that perspective to say, yo, not just raising awareness about what's happening and how to band-aid it.
Yes.
Let's go to the root.
I knew there was a reason why I resonated with her, because I did speak to her, and I wish I had her name in front of me. I feel so bad, but she's literally the executive director of the entire program. Yeah, you can pull it. You can search it up while I'm talking.
Yeah.
And she came out to the event, holidays for her, but even with her status and her title and who she is, she was just so real and down to earth, and she spoke to me, and we had a very meaningful conversation, and I could tell with how she was forthcoming with her vision and the stuff that she's trying to do, that like we're on the same wavelength. She's not on just the band-aid wavelength, which is what I learned fairly early, like after the very first event, or shortly after that, is when I realized that no, I like what we're doing. I want to raise funds, but like that's not enough. Like just getting the funds and putting it into the shelter is not enough. Like we want to address the cause as well. So I love that you said that, 'cause I didn't even know that she told that. Carla Neto, yes.
Yeah. Neto or Nito.
Nito, yes.
But amazing woman, and she had a lot of good things to say, and she also definitely had a lot of progressive energy and ideas.
Yeah.
Around the whole subject.
Yes.
Of helping women.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Big up to her and big up to the whole team.
Yes.
Lena as well, who was very helpful in connecting me with Carla and making sure she came out and giving us further support at the event with volunteers and things.
Yes. And she and Carla herself, gave us the card, her business card. We have a direct line to her, so I want to thank her for really just embracing us and really supporting us, because her moral support in itself is a powerful fuel for us to keep going.
Exactly.
To get that cosign, to get that from someone this is their life, their livelihood, their full time. It means something,
Yeah.
And then not to mention, the potential, collaborations and continued business that we can do with them down the road. So definitely want to thank them. We're going to tag them on this episode as well.
And I have a little more praise for her when we get into our next subject.
The other part?
Yeah,
okay. That sounds good. So this episode, I want to just make sure I took the time right off the top to emphasize the fact that, For the Fucking Girls podcast, yes, it's thought-provoking. Yes, it's about, giving a voice to female sex workers and the sex positivity and all of that. But we also have a cause behind all of this. And I've been talking about it a lot from the first episode to now, but now was a chance for me to actually put it into action and let you guys know that the fundraising campaign is live and ready to go. What I would like you guys to do, in addition to make it easy, if you want to support, go to the For the Fucking Girls on Instagram. Follow us at For the Fucking Girls, and that's spelled the number 4 THEFCKNGGIRLS. For the Fucking Girls. Basically, it's For the Fucking Girls, with 4 being the number 4, and fucking with no vowels. Just take out the vowels and you have it. Follow us on IG, and on the bio, the link in the bio, the first link in the bio takes you directly to the fundraising campaign. So what I'm hoping you guys will do, there's two ways you can support. One, obviously, is to actually go to the fundraising page and donate, even if it's $1. Every little bit counts. This campaign is going to be a long-term campaign, so we just trying to raise funds all year to the end of the year. If you donate, it'll go directly to them, and you'll get your receipt online from the campaign page. There's no middleman. So when you go there, you go down to the bottom and you click donate. You can choose which one of the shelters is more appealing to you. Maybe if you're in the West End, you might support Halton Women's Place. If you are in Toronto, you might want to support Women's Habitat of Etobicoke. If you are somewhere in the United States or anywhere else in the world, you could just pick one, whichever one speaks to your heart. You can do some research to look them out. But that's the one way you can support, obviously, for sure. We appreciate that. But almost equally as important is you can just fast forward. I said fast forward. I got caught in the middle. That happens sometimes. Your brain's like, I want to go into the reggae, into the pop or Jamaican, and then the other side of your brain's like, no, just stick to the.
Sorry,
and I get caught in the middle.
Just let it flow.
I meant to say, if you can share the link, that's the most important thing I was trying to say. Just go on Instagram. I have a couple posts already up there. The most recent, at the time of this recording, the most recent post about the fundraising campaign is plugging the last episode that had Black Orchid on it, who we also met through this whole holidays for her stuff. If we never put on the event, as much as we, there was some hard lessons learned and some box up and beat things that we had to go through. There was a lot of good that came out of it, like meeting Black Orchid, right?
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
You did such a powerful performance. On the last show there.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Moving.
Yes. And she was very moving in her appearance on that podcast. So the last post that I put on Instagram was plugging her appearance on the podcast, which was the last episode 4. So you can literally take that post, share it with any of your friends. In that post, I talk about the fundraising campaign and her being on the podcast, which is very significant because she shares her personal story with domestic abuse and how it affected her and how she got through it, and how that in itself also, brought her to us and made us kindred spirits and, connected us. The universe is good sometimes. You know what I mean?
Impeccable.
Yes. So we want you to just help us out. Just share the link to the fundraising campaign through Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok is the same handle @ForTheFuckingGirls. I'm gonna keep on, every week from time to time, just adding more stuff on Instagram. And I just would love to get any of your support. If you know anyone, any woman in your circle of influence, friends, family, co-workers, distant relatives, like anything, anyone who would resonate with this message and this campaign and this program, please share it with them and just let them know that even if they can't donate, just to know that out here there's some people that are trying to make a difference, whether it's in their past, their present, or future. There's someone out here, there's people out here that are trying to make a difference and help them out.
Facts.
Right. How far are we in now? I don't even know how long we've been talking. We've been talking long enough. That's good. That's all that matters. We've been talking a good amount of time. So I don't have any special segue, any smart segue. I like to usually segue on things, but yeah, we can get into it now. For the fucking girls, now that we've taken care of business, we can get into some fun. I say fun because I've never had someone on the show that I could talk about these opinions. If you go back to my first episode, when I was talking about body count, in that episode, I made a comment along the way that all of these thought-provoking opinions I've had, that I've been talking about, I've had them for over a year and a half, but I've never actually shared them with any other human being. And to now, up until this episode, even on the podcast, I've only been talking to myself. I have no one to really bounce these ideas, or someone to give me some other perspective that might be different, right? So
Yeah.
I'm very excited, and I think this will be fun for us to get into some of these topics. So
Yeah.
you were mentioning the first thing that popped out at you. I can't even find it. The battle of the sexes.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the big one.
Okay.
I guess your question or your topic is how to end the battle of the sexes.
Yes.
But I would say that's an advanced question because
Okay.
I feel like I'm in an environment where there is a battle of the sexes for sure.
What do you mean you're in an environment like right here in the studio? Like what do you mean?
Yeah, everywhere it permeates everything like.
Oh, like in life right now, like
Yeah.
in the world right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
in Mississauga, it's in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
It's in everywhere.
Yeah.
In the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm saying there is a battle of the sexes going on inside of the people.
Yes, especially online, by the way.
True.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But it's like I don't feel a lot of people is acknowledging it. So the mass of the people who are fighting the battle
Okay.
might not. I feel like they might not realize that they're fighting this battle. So it's like they're oblivious and thinking they're doing something righteous or good
Right.
or you know appropriate
Can you give me
towards the other sex.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, for sure. So you'd say we're raised. All right, we have Jamaican
Roots. Yeah.
So you know, in Jamaica, man is man and woman is woman. So a woman, if she's not submissive to a certain degree,
Yeah.
as the Bible says,
Yeah.
right? Then she's frowned upon. It go from a scale, you know, you're wild, you're loose, you're stagger, you're Lego beast, you know, whatever
Right.
you want to call a woman
Yeah.
to put her down as a response to the way that the boys and the men in her life is dealing with her.
Right.
So to make my example clear, I'm just saying like a youth would be raised to say, all right, that's the girl.
Yes.
So I have certain privilege. I can have as much woman as I want, but she's not supposed
She's not supposed to. Right. Yeah.
So again, the typical double standard.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm your brother, you're my sister. It don't even matter. That's not relevant to us. But I'm still beating you over that. Like,
Right. I see what you're saying. Right. Because you're even as if you're the brother, you're still gonna chastise her or cuss her or like put her up. Yeah.
So she don't have no escape.
Right.
Not
Right.
daddy, not brother, not friend,
Right.
not boyfriend, friend, like nobody.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like it's installed in the mentality of the people around, and it's like it's an old story, so it's well ingrained for generations.
That's where you're talking like they don't even realize. That's what you're trying to loot. Okay, now I get what you're saying.
we're all playing this
Yeah.
Of sex battle,
Right.
gender battle.
Yeah.
We don't even realize how deeply rooted
It
we are.
is. Yeah.
So to end it, I feel is a great. That's the idea, but it's like we have to talk about like, does it even exist? Do you guys realize this?
Right.
How deep this thing goes?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Like what is the Matrix for real? What is this battle?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I didn't even. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty.
But to me,
being aware, just to get them aware first. You can't fix it. You can't even. If you don't even know that you're sick, you can't even treat the sickness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Much less find what caused it. Or
Yeah.
A real solution.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's the biggest one to me out of the list that I've seen because it's like the age old. To me, this is deeper than racism, and to me, racism is deep, deeply installed.
Right.
But the sex, the gender opposition battle.
Okay,
battle of the sexes.
I'm actually okay. So here, on that same thought of being aware or not being aware of the battle of sexes, or where you are in it. Here's another food for thought on that same level, because this is not a one-way street. So as much as I've been talking about like most of the stuff, I'm like for the girls. I'm not oblivious to the fact that there's stuff the other way around too. So it may not be physical abuse or domestic violence with the men, but for me, there is such a thing as toxic femininity that is very prevalent in the world right now. I don't know if you're aware of this or if you've.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would say it's not real femininity. It's just.
Well, let's see. Okay, so let me define what I say toxic femininity, what I'm talking about, and let's see if it's the same thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact of, and this has started from, I want to say a good solid 20, 25 years ago. In the school system, all of this stuff about all this stuff about toxic masculinity, to the point where women and I guess men too at this point now equate any kind of aggressive behavior or macho behavior or anything social that as being, they just label it as toxic in all contexts, in all blanket. So they make it to where that the school system now is kids, men and boys and girls are wired differently. First of all, let's just go start there. Okay.
Yeah.
So because men are wired differently, we're more, hands-on, rough and tumble. We want to do energetic things, right? Naturally. But the school system has slowly moved to where they're making policies and making, classes and making environments where boys can't be boys. It's all geared towards feminine mindset and feminine traits, the way the whole education system is. There's no more competition. Everyone gets participation trophies. There's no you know what I mean? Yeah. Everything is more femininely geared towards people's feelings and everybody feeling good.
True.
And what's happened in reverse as a result of that, we're seeing the chaos now that's coming down the line, where everybody is trigger warning this, and they have to have a safe space, and everybody has to feel like they're included. Everything has to be DEI or is it exclusive? No, inclusiveness and DEI and all of that stuff. What I'm saying is that the femininity, I find that to be very toxic because it's created a imbalance where the world has gone from one extreme to the far extreme on the left.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
Wow.
Sorry.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But, I fully agree that as part of this ongoing ancient battle of the sexes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like men had a time. I can read in the books.
Yes.
Just the examples. It's even if it's just an ideal of what men wanted and it didn't even happen so deep.
Yeah.
I see that men, and I don't mean that no disrespect to anybody who has suffered in a patriarchal society and feel it's so obvious that men have an advantage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm saying, when you see a group of people have such an advantage or a side of people, I feel like that's a sign of a battle, and it's a sign of a concerted effort to have that lead, that power, that domination.
Yeah.
And so I see in the past, and even we have traces of men dominating women completely.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah, for sure.
To smithereens.
Yeah.
So it's I see it now. With the Me Too movement was a ramp up of, you know what I mean when I say Me Too movement?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you mean like when you say it was a ramp up, it's more like a it was a long time coming.
It was but it was like a ramp up of the activity of it was like a gate got open.
Yes.
For women, and they say, "Yo, run
right
now."
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And I can't wrong them because it's if you've been suppressed.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, when the damn gate open, everybody's
gonna rush. It's like when you're back in the days when you go into concerts.
Yeah.
And the securities, the lines just lining up and security. Yeah. But if anyhow the security, any one person break through that, the whole crowd just rush in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So even if there's people on the other side saying, "Yo, don't go this way," and you're dead. And,
yeah.
It's the freedom is a must for all of us. So it has to be a natural balance of the sexes. For battle to end.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, I feel like we're at a time when the pendulum has swung to women having some sort of domination in
Yes,
many areas.
many
especially
areas.
in this country we live in Canada. This is the world example
Yes.
and sample
Yes.
of.
It's not just Canada. We're very much like the U.S. in that regard too.
I think we're more advanced. Personally, I feel like we're at the top of top.
Really?
Yes.
Even when you say advanced, that means like worse. Like
No.
we're worse than them.
No. I mean, in terms of the government saying we're gonna make provisions for women
Oh, okay.
to help them
With quotes, air quotes. Yes.
Yeah, because to me the help is quite toxic because the help begins with the destruction of family and natural family unit.
Yes.
Everything after that is like promoted, but not the family unit staying
Itself.
together.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Just break it up. The children go one way, the dad go one way, the
Yeah.
mom go one way, and we poison each other.
Okay, do me a favor. Speak more specific now on that. Like, in what way do you see that in our system right now, in terms of the government, creating that kind of a dynamic?
Okay, so I feel like the term single mother
Yes.
in this Canadian environment
Yes.
is it's like a role that obviously it happens naturally, but it's also incentivized. So it's kind of like the difference between cheating taxes and just doing some legit stuff to save on taxes.
Okay.
Is my analogy. Because
Okay.
you can do a whole heap of loops in the tax world.
The
and
loopholes,
save on
yeah.
taxes.
Yes.
Legit.
Yes.
But you can also just start a company
Yeah.
and pretend you have a business and just to save on taxes. Which that's tax evasion. That's
Legit.
illegal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like women are being encouraged
Okay.
to be a single mom
Okay.
or not, at least to bypass the need to even look at having a family unit and saying, how could I do this with my man or with a man?
Okay.
And
But
it's just like, just jump straight to the single mother part.
yes,
Don't worry about if your relationship don't work out. We got you.
you got you. Yeah.
Yeah? But there's no resources to get your relationship fixed. There's no resources to even guide you before you get in your relationship. It's just
Okay,
like,
now you're
let's
talking
crash
to
up
me.
and then throw out the band-aids. Let's
So if I can, this is what I'm hearing you say. If I can kind of parrot back to you what I'm hearing, it's almost like the system right now is so focused on creating all of these solutions, again, air quotes, and all of these things for women, single moms, but they're not even realizing in that they've gone almost a step too far where they're just creating an environment where they're just promoting ways for people to become single moms and actually not putting any effort and emphasis on ways to keep the family together, almost societally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's not just the government doing that though.
No, it's not just the government, but these programs exist in the government.
Yes.
And our common topic, we refer to things like, like baby bonuses or whatever. Like
Yes, thank you. Speak on it. Baby bonus. I don't know. I think that's a Canadian thing. Maybe but.
And like, I hate to say.
What's a baby bonus?
Oh, a baby bonus.
I haven't heard that word, by the way, in like 30 years. Like, not to age us, but like baby bonus, bro. You haven't heard that time?
Baby bonus. Give me the baby bonus.
Yo, if you're from Toronto, you know. But
yeah. So in this wonderful city called Toronto.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's so nice. The government says, "Hey, you have a baby? Here's like $2 a month.
Yes.
For your baby."
Yes.
That's great. So if I'm like, anyway, let me not be sinister.
Okay.
In my point of view, I'm
Okay.
just saying like the baby bonus and like even something like my experience with welfare.
Yes.
Is like most of the time, statistically or in my experience, the number of people I met, the ratio of women, single moms versus any other thing is dramatically higher. It's mostly single moms I have met in my life that are able to, like, not even able, but are on the path of welfare.
I see what you're saying.
As a way of not necessarily restore them to a different part of society, but just as a life. Because the system is gonna lead you to feel like you can have a life right here.
Right.
like we'll help you and we'll just stay helping you. We'll give you a crutch forever, but then it's not really forever. It does expire.
That's a good way to call it, a crutch.
Yeah.
Because that's where my head goes when you say that. Like, you're not wrong. You're right. Like in the low income areas here in Canada, or Toronto, it's like, you know, the Jane and Finches, the Falstaff, and those areas, right?
Yeah.
When you're on government assistance,
Yeah, there you go.
you're as a woman, as a single mom,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually better off not having your man.
Correct.
Right? A working man.
So this is
like
what
you,
I mean.
yeah, you're incentivized to have your man not live with
Not
you.
Yeah.
Your baby, when I say man, like your baby father, right?
Right.
Right? You're gonna collect more money and get more checks by him not being present.
Correct.
So psychologically or social economically, it
Yeah.
makes more sense to not be with your man or not
Yeah.
have your man around. Or at the very least, you and your man or your baby father are like, okay, you live over there, I live here. And you know what I mean?
And
Like,
what impact would that normally have on a
exactly.
relationship? You know?
Not just a relationship, but the kids.
Yeah.
And the whole, yeah,
whole family
exactly.
unit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not to mention on top of that, it's also more financially beneficial for them to just stay on the system.
Yes.
Because the amount of money it would take for them to work a full-time job and get
Exactly.
babysitter and all of that.
You
yeah.
get stuck.
You get stuck.
It's
Yeah.
like you dig deeper and deeper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I see what you're saying now. So in the system wise, it's really
It's fuel in the battle.
it's
in some very innocent ways, you know, innocent, like, because people need help at times. You
Yeah,
know,
for
people
sure.
need government assistance,
Yeah.
like, at times, and it's a beautiful thing to have it.
yes.
But it's a trap. It's like gambling. A casino is nice to have,
Yes.
right? Obviously, a casino versus government assistance, that's life and death versus entertainment.
Right.
But a casino is nice to have. You're
Mhm.
like, yeah, let's go to the casino.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, one of the crew is like, yeah, man, I think I'm just going to hit the casino next week. I'm not going to tell the boys, you know.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he's gone. Few months,
Mm.
he has a problem, you know.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
There's no, other than the commercials from oil.
Bet 365 or whatever they.
Yeah, they're like gamble response.
That's a
That's the only assistance the entire system offers to somebody
Gamble
that gets
response.
led astray.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
or
yeah,
they
yeah.
just, fall prey.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying you can easily fall prey to the hypnosis
Yes.
of check.
Yes.
Paycheck or government check.
Yes.
Any kind of routine that's going like that and you're
Yeah.
not necessarily controlling it, it can
Yes.
hypnotize you.
Yes. And especially if you're in, I want to keep harping on the low income, but that's what we're talking about here. That
Yeah.
situation. If you're in those low income, lifestyle, or that's the cards that you've been dealt. It just gets easier and easier to just stay in it. Yeah.
And I feel like it's even going to a stage
Mm.
in the trajectory that we're on.
Yeah.
We look like we're gonna have, like we already have some very proud single moms that are well to do. You know what I'm saying? They have money. They don't need nobody,
Yes.
but it's like it's a medal. Like, look.
Well, I'm glad.
the man and the woman.
I'm glad you said that, because that's what I was gonna go next. I'm like, okay, so I see what you're saying with the system, but that's why I said earlier, it's more than just a system. It's also the culture now.
Yes.
The culture of our world. So above and beyond the single moms in those situations, just in general, we're in the girl boss era. We're in the I'm strong, independent woman. Like in the 90s, it was I'm a 90s girl, but they took that shit.
Yeah.
They took that shit and they ran with it, and now it's like, the whole mentality of like, listen, I'm for the fucking girls and I love the girl bosses and I'm all for that, but there's also a balance. That's what we're saying. End the battle of the sexes. I'm like, we have to get to a place now where we correct, because we've overcorrected.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We've
overcorrected.
overcorrected. So for a hot minute there, I would say easily the last 10 years, it's gotten to like a peak level where like the girls were just too independent. Some of it's not their own fault. Some of it is just like we as men, we abandoned our post. You know what I mean? We forced them to step up and be the man. But a lot of it got to the point where it's toxic,
Yeah.
where they're like, no, you know, they don't need no man. I don't need no man. I'm doing all by myself. It's good. But now they're in a problem because now they're leading in their masculine energy 24/7. So now they're having problems now when they try to get a man because they're still human beings and they still want love and they still want the relationship.
Yeah.
That part never turns off.
No.
So now they're in
There's a
conflict.
natural force going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now they're in conflict within themselves because now when they try to reach out and try to find that man, they can't because they're in their masculine energy all the time.
Yeah, man.
And then the relationships just never the battle of the sexes. Yeah.
Can't click.
Yeah.
That's why you see even, and you know, Toronto is one of the biggest, what you call it, LGB.
Oh yeah, LGBTQT, whatever you call it. Yeah,
in
yeah.
North America. So we definitely see man and man walking around and woman and woman.
Yes, 100%.
And you always see there's one that going like a man and there's one that going
Going like a
woman.
woman, right? Your facts,
They
yes.
still have to get into their masculine and feminine
Right.
balance in a relationship.
Actually, honestly, I'd never even stopped to think about that until you just said that. Say that again, like
They still
even in same-sex couples, there tends to be one who is more masculine
Yes.
and one that's more feminine.
Yes.
I never really stopped to think about that, but I think you're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I believe that's because there's still in any relationship between
Yes.
lovers or close people,
Yes.
there has to be a balance of energy.
Yes.
And if it's we're facing each other,
Yeah.
then there have to be a balance of masculine and feminine,
Feminine.
within us. I have to decide to be manly, and the next person have to decide to be womanly or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then now, if we're facing outwards, like we're doing
To the
something
world.
together,
Yes,
to the
yeah,
world,
yeah.
then, you know, we can both utilize masculine,
The strength.
masculine and
Yes.
feminine energies independently
Yes.
and together.
Yes. Yeah.
Understand? But anyway, so the energy, the masculine and feminine energy, I'm mainly like recognizing throughout this whole battle of the sexes thing.
Yes.
It's like there's natural forces within each of every one of us
Yeah.
that we want to experience our masculine energy and our feminine energy.
Yes.
And you know, the ones that's born with the string, the boys. You don't know that point? That
Yo,
point?
sorry. I mean, that's some good comic relief in the middle of this serious subject, but the man said string.
No, not my auntie.
Are you
My
you're
auntie
talking
used to have
about
a bicycle
you're
shop
talking
in
you're talking
Jamaica.
about you're talking about the penis.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
call it?
I'm telling you why I
Okay,
said that.
please explain this. I've never heard this terminology before. Continue.
My aunt Rita used to have a bicycle shop in Jamaica.
Okay.
And at the back of the shop there was one of these poems in a frame.
Okay.
You have a little boy wee-weeing in the lake
Okay.
or the river or whatever.
Yeah.
And it says,
Remember, so this podcast is like you can say whatever you want. This is. Yeah,
Okay.
so you don't have to try and sugarcoat.
Yeah.
This guy said wee wee in there.
yeah, because I'm going back to those times.
Okay.
I was a youth.
Oh, okay.
He was really wee-weeing.
It's wee wee back. Okay.
So it says when God made little girls, he made them out of lace. And
Okay.
he didn't have enough, so he left a little space.
Okay.
And when he made little boys, he made them out of string.
Okay.
And he had a little too much, so he left
Just
a
a
little
little
thing.
thing. That's cool. That's funny and cool at the same time.
And,
Wow.
yeah, always that one stay with me.
Stay to your brother. So a little string. All right.
Yeah. So I'm saying the ones that's born with the string,
Yes.
the little things, have a natural calling and tendency within themselves to exercise masculine energy.
Right.
So their balance is to be dominant in masculine energy.
Okay.
Likewise,
Okay.
a girl is her natural position in a good environment is to be dominant in her feminine
energy.
She's born that way.
Yeah.
So I'm saying anything beyond that, I don't have no comment on that right now. But I see that there's a battle of the sexes,
Yes.
and that energy has to come into a balance.
Yes.
where
Yes.
It's on purpose. It's not like I'm balancing the two of us, or the two of you know, the woman can be balancing masculine and feminine energy for a relationship of two people.
Yes.
It's her and a man.
Yes.
Both parties have
Yes.
to contribute purposely
Yes.
to the balancing of the energy.
Yes.
So let me just, I wish I knew the guy's name. I would give him credit where it's due.
Okay.
Maybe we can pull it up. But
Mhm.
he wrote a book called Making It Work. See?
Okay.
And I went to watch him talk, and he just said 3 little things. And man, let me tell you, he said there's 3 levels
Okay.
in a relationship. First, independence. No, sorry, dependence is first.
Okay.
See, so you're born, you're dependent on your mother,
Yes.
and then, you know, you're a child, you're dependent on people, you have that dependent type of relating way to the world. And then the next stage after that is independence, when it's like you're like, oh, I can do things for myself. I can go to the store, I can make my own money, I can feed myself, I'm good, I'm independent.
Okay.
And he's saying a lot of us stop right there
Okay.
and go into relationships as independence or dependence.
Right.
So when you're dependent, you create codependency, and when you're independent, it's that struggle of who's wearing the pants.
When you're independent. Yes.
Independent, yeah.
Two independent
Two
people.
independent.
Yes. Yeah.
So my man brought in a third word now.
Okay.
And it was the first time I really heard that word in that context.
Okay.
So he said you have to be interdependent.
Nice. Yes.
Interdependent.
I like that. Yes.
Sometimes you have to depend, sometimes you have to be independent, sometimes you have to be depended on, you know?
Yes.
Simple thing.
I almost want to pull up the definition of that word interdependent, but I get the in the context of the conversation, I get what that means. Like, you have to be consciously together. Say it again?
Make it work, not making it work.
Oh, that's why I'm not getting I'm trying to pull it up at the same time. I can't multitask. Make it work.
Yeah.
Make it work. I should have you doing this while I'm talking.
True.
Interdependence, like that's where we got to get to, where both parties are consciously aware that it takes both masculine and feminine energy working together in concert at different points of time to make the whole thing work.
Exactly.
Both masculine and feminine are needed in the relationship.
Yes.
Both are needed in the marriage. As a matter of fact, both are needed in you as an individual.
Yes.
You need your masculine, and because there are times, even if you are dominantly a masculine energy person, there are times in your life where you have to subdue your masculine and lead with your feminine.
Yes.
I like to call it the lion and the lamb energy. That's what I like to call it, because Henry Lion. But like, my lion energy is what I lead with most of the time. In most cases, in a lot of, I should say most of the time, but like in business, for example, or in like, I need that lion energy to draw into my entrepreneurial, confident, courageous energy to go after what I want in life. But there are times within that I have to lean into my feminine energy. I have to take a softer approach with certain guests. I have to take a softer approach when I'm in the room with certain people who are actually experts or better than, I need to learn from them. So I need to step back and humble myself in my lamb energy and just, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll even say as a musician, artist, like when we're performing and getting ready to perform, like that's in our feminine energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas when we rehearsing, or making a tune at times, just building, rehearsing, being disciplined and building the skills.
Yes.
It's more than masculine energy,
Yes.
So I agree with you 100%. We have the two sides of the coin inside of ourselves.
Individually, yep.
And in order for me to relate to our next person, I would have to first be able to deal with myself and my balance within.
Yes.
So that I'm not responding unwillingly from one side or the other.
Yes. And it takes time, but it also takes self-awareness, and it also takes, more to the point, it takes the feminine energy and the lamb energy to come into a relationship with that understanding. Like, let me rephrase another way. Like, in order for a relationship to work, both parties have to really consciously be aware of the fact that they have to be willing to be in their lamb or feminine energy at certain points in the relationship and in certain contexts and certain situations.
Yep.
Both people cannot go, the relationship can't work if both people believe that they have to be the lion or the masculine at all times, every time. No one, you know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be butting heads. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's not teamwork.
Yeah.
If there's 2 tasks to do, and we both of we working hard, busting our ass on one,
Yeah.
and the other one left out, that's
Yeah.
where we're really going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to give credit to the man that, because we pulled it up. Since you brought it up, you give it.
yeah, Make It Work by Tony A. Gaskins
Junior.
Yeah, man. He came to Toronto one time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. A photographer suggested I
Pull it.
check him out. 'Cause
Okay.
I was telling him about the marriage situation I was in at the
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah.
And say, yo, you should go check out this guy. And for whatever reason, I just go try to check it out.
Yeah.
I found myself there, and I found myself catching some knowledge. I even bought his book.
I love it. The book is called Make It Work.
Yeah, man.
22 time tested real life lessons for sustaining a healthy, happy relationship. Yeah, I resonate with that. I agree with that 100%. I'm glad you brought it up. I'll probably try and put a little, link to it in the show notes. But yeah, everything you're saying makes sense, and I wanna kind of bring it full circle, kind of bring it home that, like, in the context or in this whole topic of battle of the sexes. So we can both agree basically that the culture and the society we're in right now has basically overcorrected. We know that the patriarchy and the masculine energy has been dominating the world for a long time. And as a result is why we see, once the door kind of opened, the society has overcorrected and gone to extreme feminine energy, why we are experiencing the things we're experiencing now that are making men frustrated. Because honestly, I don't know, I don't think maybe you're not really as aware, because when I said to you it's online too, trust me, it's online very badly. Like, some of these men them out there are just railing against women. Like, I pull up YouTube and all these YouTube videos, men and women talking about, like, right now they're like backlashing against the women. They're like, all these women, men are sick of women, men are done with women, they don't care about, and I'm like, my brain is like, man, I'm brokenhearted over it, because I'm like, the goal is not to put men on a pedestal or women on a pedestal. The goal is for us to be together in unity.
Yeah.
So even as much as I'm seeing these videos and these IG reels and stuff of women now finally realizing that the independent thing is too much and we got to kind of go back to the traditional roles a little bit, I appreciate it, but also I don't appreciate it in the sense that a lot of them are doing it in a way that they're like really not bringing the solution. They're like trying to be like saying that, like, they have to go back to the old ways, and it's not that.
No, it's
more of a balance. Just understanding that life requires balance. It requires masculine and feminine in all things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, society is society. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's just the system, but it's a factor, because sometimes I feel like we're living in this kind of lab experiment type of environment.
Yeah, which is another conversation we could definitely go down rabbit hole.
It smells like one,
Yeah.
Anyway, you got a free audiobook?
Yes, man, I want
Yes,
it.
go through Tony Gaskins. Yeah, man. But yeah.
Keep going. Sorry, I'm.
It's,
Yes. All right.
yeah, man, that's all right. So, yeah, I mean, it's such a key point worth repeating. Interdependent,
Yes.
as in, I depend on you sometimes, you depend on me sometimes. We depend on each other for the same
Yes.
thing or for
Yes.
different things sometimes.
Yes.
We're taking turns on purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the key word, or part of it is the on purpose part. Like, it does happen naturally, there's certain things that's naturally happen. Like the mother is going to be the woman is going to be more nurturing with the kids. Most times, most times they'll be more nurturing with the kids, and the man will be a little bit more, deal with the more rough and tough things that they have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Do the quote unquote manly stuff around the house, or the woman's gonna do most of the cooking, old school way naturally. But above and beyond the basic levels of those kind of things, in the more complicated things of life, the kids are growing up learning about puberty and all of that, or their career. They want to know which direction to go with their career, all that kind of stuff. Like, it requires both the mother, the female, and the masculine male energy to help navigate all those more complicated issues of life. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need both as a being. We need to activate both.
And if you didn't believe it, just the mere fact that the women who are independent women, whatever, who are single moms, are openly and very consciously walking in male energy, masculine energy, being the mom and the dad, is the evidence in itself. Because if they really didn't need a man, then they wouldn't need to act like a man. Exactly. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But again, this is not a bashing thing. It's about just having the conversation and helping us try to come to an understanding of male and female. So as we say the topic, we started with saying the topic that we wanted to discuss was how we end the battle of the sexes. I'm hoping that this is one of those ways that we can start to end it.
Yeah.
Having a willingness to have open conversation in the public forum. We're doing this in a podcast, but having more and more men and women coming out in the public spaces, whether you're on your social media, on your, your YouTubes, but also in your real life, most importantly, just being self-aware for yourself, to start doing the work on yourself, whether you're a man or a woman, to say, hey, let me look into this. Let me think take some time to think about this more critically, about what Henry Lyon and Tygon are saying about this masculine and feminine, and, self-check ourselves. Like, am I really leading too much in my masculine when I need to be in my feminine with my relationships? Because this is not just, so the subtitle I have here that they don't see, but under how to end the battle of the sexes, I put as a subtitle, balancing the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves, our romantic relationships, and our community. And I put them in that order specifically because I believe that is the order it has to go in. Like, you got to start with yourself, just by, as you said at the beginning, first of all, being aware that it is a thing and that you need to manage it, or, like, you know what I mean? Just become a student of that within yourself. Yes. And then once you know that, then you can begin to apply it in your relationships and in your community, which is where I went eventually with the whole, like, the school and the school system and all those things. Like, it really irks me. I'm so glad my kids are grown now and that but like the whole feminine, and I don't think anyone out there really stops to think about the fact that it is a feminine energy that has led to these kind of policies and systems that we're under in terms of DEI and inclusiveness and all of that representation. Like, even for you and I, we're in arts and entertainment. That is one of the areas that it irks me the most.
Yeah.
Because everything is that, like, every movie, every TV show, everything is like, I want every group out there has to be represented in the show. Like, every single demographic, every single, like, what's the word? Not demographic. Like marginalized. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. Yeah.
But
in every single show. And I feel like that's not right. Like,
yeah, they're going about it in this really strange way of, it's like equal representation.
Yes.
Seems to equal rights.
Yeah.
But it's like, so if there's 5 different genders, or however many genders, say there's 10.
Yes.
That means a man is 10% represented.
Right.
A woman is 10% represented.
Yes.
And then maybe the person who's like, yo, I'm a lizard.
Yes.
They're also represented.
Yes.
But your reasoning to run away from the original structure of masculine and feminine, And your reason to not go back, as you said, is like, I don't want to go back to the old school where, you know, if
Yeah.
I'm a woman, I forget me.
Yeah, yeah.
But that don't make sense, because if you're going beyond binary thinking,
Yes.
out into freedom of thought,
Yes.
then it's a very free thought to think, oh, well, maybe I could do this a better way.
Yes.
Maybe I could try and apply my creativity to solving what is gone wrong in what's natural here, as opposed to creating another unnatural thing to say I'm going to put my energy and my emotions there because I'm not satisfied.
Right.
How this is going.
Yes. Huh? Yeah.
Accountability, you know, owning up, facing the root problem, as uncomfortable as it is.
Well, as you say that, I want to wrap, because we're already hitting the hour here. So I'm gonna wrap up with this last thought that we can say together. It ties what you just said. Instead of dealing with the issues at the core, as you said, they're creating adding new categories, right?
Yeah, some artificial stuff.
Yes, but again, that is masculine energy that they've eliminated. That is why we're there, because masculine wants to fix it.
Yes.
That's what we are. The men wants to fix the situation, deal with the root of the problem. Yeah. But the feminine energy, somewhere on the line, came in, I'm going to say it around the turn of the millennium, and the school system and the young children at that point, and they're like, no, we just want everybody to be happy, everyone to feel good, and not actually deal with the problem. So now, 20 years later, when all of those kids are growing up, they don't know how to deal with conflict, both in themselves and externally. They don't want to do the work or deal. Man, and so if anyone says anything that makes them feel uncomfortable, then that person is that person is evil, or that person is not tolerant, and their hate speech and all of that stuff. But that's not real life. That's the because they didn't get the training of how to use their masculine energy in a constructive way where it actually makes sense, and it's that's why we're dealing with this.
Well said. Well said, Brendan. I would agree. The masculine mommy, daddy is when you drop down and scrape your knee.
Yes.
Traditional daddy.
Yes. Back in the days.
Oh, stand up, shake it off.
Yes.
Get some water.
Yes.
Keep playing.
Yes.
And mommy, traditional mommy, is gonna come and say, "Oh, baby, is in you okay? Come here, let me pick you up.
Yes.
Let's go and get a band-aid.
Yes.
Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yes.
And that's such a beautiful mix of those two things together.
Yes.
For a child to have those options.
Both, yes.
And those both inputs.
Yes.
What more can we ask for than that?
Nothing.
For a child.
To be balanced. That's what this whole conversation is about. That's how you get the balance. Yeah. Exactly.
It starts with the children, so that's why I talk about the youth.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm glad you did. Wow, I think that's a good positive note to leave on this episode. Let's leave it there. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting some feedback from the listeners. I hope they will listen. I have the ability to put a poll on each episode. I don't know if I'll put one on here. I got to come up with a good poll survey that we could put on this subject. But regardless, I do welcome feedback and comments on this battle of the sexes. How do we end the battle of the sexes? How do we get things back into alignment, in perfect alignment, and in society and within ourselves? Give us your thoughts. Send me a comment, a DM on Instagram for the Fucking Girls podcast. But don't forget as well, as we're going out, we're doing our part as a podcast and as a brand to start by helping the women in shelters who unfortunately have become victims of too much masculine energy or toxic masculine energy. We want to help them out on the very basics first, because if you don't have your rent paid, or you can't eat, or you don't have nowhere to live, you don't even have time to think about you know what I mean? Yeah. These higher thoughts or higher issues. So let's help them out. The campaign again for the Fucking Girls. We're raising funds for the rest of the year, and we're gonna do some fun stuff along the way. I'm gonna start a merch campaign later on in the year. We hopefully, knock on wood, if we get enough support and enough listeners and enough of a following, we will still do a couple of fundraising live events, musical events towards the end of the year. But it all starts here, one little step at a time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share it with your friends, your family, those who you think will benefit from it. And Tygon,
Yes, sir.
you are an artist as well. You were part of the holidays for her, not only my business partner, but you're also an artist. So what do you want to plug about Tygon before we go for the listeners? Where can they see you, hear you?
Well, you can find me at t.y.g.o.n.
Okay.
Tygon, turn your greatness on now. See?
Yeah.
On IG, TikTok, YouTube, the whole nine shebang. Just Google me.
All right.
And I just want to say, give thanks for this opportunity to come on the show.
Okay.
And, I love the conversation. It's blessed, bro. It's blessed. Trust me. It's blessed.
However it's blessed for you, it's 10 times blessed for me, because like I said, this has been a treat to be able to just actually speak to another human being as the thoughts are coming out and hear, I hope it made the conversation really good for the listeners. I am definitely gonna have you back on this podcast, but as well, we started the sister podcast, the Secret Life of the Unknown Artist. Just before this recording, I had the lovely Tia London in to do my first recording of the sister podcast, the Unknown Artist podcast. I want you guys to tune into it. We get into artist conversations and specifically, what it's like to be an artist who is, artist and entrepreneur. Tia London is an amazing young entrepreneur here who we also met through putting on these events, the holidays for her. We were able to meet her. She has Vixen here, Canada. Amazing young woman, inspiring story. So check her out on the first episode of the Unknown Artist podcast with Tia London. And then I brought that up because Tygon, we're going to get you on that podcast too very shortly to just have artist conversation and talk about the artist life and music and all of that. So I appreciate you coming through on the fucking girls, but it's only the beginning. So once again, thanks everybody for listening.
Big up.
My name
Tygon, love God, love on your body.
Yeah. My name is Henry Lyon. This was Tygon, and this was for the fucking girls. Peace.